Hi everyone, I never do these types of video, but right now I am at the airport, and the reason why I'm at the airport right now is just crazy because, as you guys might know, I'm living in Paris, but today I have like my luggage here and my other one which is checked in, and I'm leaving Paris, and I just took a gap year, and right now I have 1 year to travel. And in this video I'm going to explain you why did I just do this shift, because it's so spontaneous and like, wow, this is really crazy to me. Like, I'm leaving Paris, like my home. Literally, I was born there, I was raised there, and what's happening right now is crazy. I'm just looking because I think they're preparing to open my gates. uh, this is so crazy. So right now I have a plane to Singapore, and I will go to Vietnam during 2 months, and I don't know yet where will I go. But well, first thing first, I have to explain you why did I took this decision, why Vietnam, why everything. So I'm gonna spill the tea right there. So first of all, I should present myself because I might be some new subscriber there. So I'm 19 years old. I'm a Parisian since birth. I'm born and raised here in France. I'm half French. From origin, I'm half French and half Cameroonese, but from nationality, I'm 100% French. And I'm a luxury student, so I'm in second year of bachelor. So bachelor in France, and I think all over the world is 3 years. And I decided to take a gap year, and a lot of people around my surrounding ask me, like, why do you take it right now? Well, you could wait to have your diploma, because right now I don't have any diploma. And since December I became a directive assistant, and I work 100% remotely. So remind this detail because it's really important. And I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. This has been a huge goal of mine since a lot of time. And as you guys might know, I'm also a content creator. That's why I'm doing this video, by the way. And I'm doing it for 1 year, but well, I didn't go viral yet, so I'm still learning, trying. So here is my resume. I was a lecturer student, and I'm also a directive assistant who works 100% remotely. Guys, I don't feel them for their own privacy, but they are the crew of the Singapore Airlines, and they are so beautiful. I love their outfits, like their clothes. It's so traditional. I love it, and they're so well done and everything. Oh my god, I'm a fan right now. Now that I presented myself, let's dive straight to it. And why did I book this flight? Like, why am I going right now, literally? So the first reason I booked a flight for Singapore, Vietnam actually, but right now I'm traveling to Singapore. The first reason why I took a flight to Vietnam is because I ended a 5-year relationship in December, and I was just so sad, and I was just feeling like so bad that I just wanted at this moment to like escape from reality, and I just wanted to take a huge break, really a break. And I said, like, really spontaneously, like, you know what, I'm going to Vietnam 2 months. And yeah. And a lot of people ask me, like, why Vietnam? Guys, I'm gonna be honest. I wanted to go to Asia, and I wanted to go as long. So I wanted to go in Asia as long as possible, and to be as long as possible, it has to be cheap. So I just researched like what is one of the cheapest country in Asia, and I saw Vietnam, Philippines, Malaysia, and there is another one. It was Bali or Thailand. Oh, both of them actually. And I decided to go to Vietnam, and also because I found flight that were pretty cheap to go to Asia. Like, I got my this. Yes, I don't know how to say it in English. I got the first one at 365 euro, and the second one at 299 euro. So to go to Asia, I think it's really good, because yes, I have a return flight, but the plot twist is that I might not take it one day. I booked that flights in January, and the fact is that between January and today, a lot of things happened. And I might not take this return flight because I asked to my school if I could do a gap year because also the reason why I took a gap year, this is so crazy. To cut the long story short, because I actually spoke like 10 minutes about this, and this is really not worth being spoken that long. So to cut the long story short, I had a group of friends during my first year of bachelor. Everything went smooth, everything was fine. And second year, at the end of the first year, I included a friend of mine within the group. And the second year, I included another friend of mine within the group. And in December, it was, let's say, the end of the first semester. At the end of the first semester of the second year, the group that I included at the end of the first semester, her and two other of my friends, told me that they wanted to speak with me. Oh no, and there were four of three, I don't remember. Anyway, there were four of three speaking to me, they literally sent me a message telling me that we want to talk to you. That was the message. So, okay. While it was during a break and I was just like I was taking a coffee somewhere, whatever. And I was like, okay, let's talk about it after the class. So they talked to me and they told me that I've changed. And they reproached me if I had something against them. But literally, guys, I never changed first. And I had any concern about anyone. Like, I don't give a shit about no one. So I was like, no, there is not. Oh yeah, they asked me like if something was wrong, but I was like, no, nothing's wrong. And they kept asking me again and again the question. So I was just so confused, and I was still like, no, there's no problem. And then they told me that, well, we think there's a problem because you don't speak anymore with us, you don't share things anymore with us. Guys, I've always been, since the first semester of the first year, the one who was speaking the most. I was always the one who was listening. I was always the one who was reacting but not speaking. So there was absolutely nothing new with it, okay? And I even spoke to some people that were external to this. Always ask advice to external people because they will always have an objective point of view. They told me literally that I've always been like this and that the problem was just not from me. And well, anyway, and starting from this really weird event, I've slowly started to be patted away, but it was so... Now I feel so dumb because it has been done in a so smooth way. Like, literally, it started little by little. And, like, it was really small things at the beginning. I don't even remember, to be honest. But I remember that I told everything to my ex-boyfriend and... yeah, but anyway, there were really small things. And then I started to realize that one of the girl, who was actually the girl that I included in the group at the end of the first semester, I feel so dumb. But anyway, when she showed a funny video to the group, like random stuff, you know, she showed it to everyone but me. And she didn't do it just once. Like, it was literally happening every single time, and for sure no one was noticing because this is really small things, you know, and people for sure they didn't see it. But every time she showed the video to everyone except to me, and things like this kept growing and growing and growing. And at some point, there was one day where literally all of them, there is one girl, she's so nice, I don't count her in these shitty things. All of them, they took to go take their lunch without me. At school.
The next day I was alone in class while we were still 7, and literally I've been put it away more and more within the year, and I realized it when I realized who was behind all of it too late, and I really feel so dumb for this. And we have a French expression that says like trop bon, trop con, which means that you're too kind and people play you dumb, and that's literally what happened to me. I included this girl who was alone because she was rejected by a group of friends, and I've been rejected from my own. That's life, I guess. But I'm so happy that it happened, because thanks to this, I was literally so sad that I didn't tell it to almost anyone, but I made a burnout of school during the last day, and I was feeling so bad. That's also what contributed the most to this gap here. Really, because I was in burnout because of this, like. And there is also another event that's why I explained in the original video, but it's not even worth being spoken about, because this is something really ridiculous, and I don't want to have this kind of bad vibes in my channel.
So this happened, sorry it was pretty long, and I was feeling so bad. And the worst is that I knew that it wasn't worth my energy. Like, I've suffered 100 more in my life, but it was still hurting. Sorry, I'm checking if my gate is open. I want to go in the plane. So, but it was still hurting, and I was so bad. Then the next day, for the little info, I'm the best student of my class if it's not of my bachelor, okay? And I never skipped any class in 2 years, and the next day I didn't went to class because I was feeling so bad. And actually it wasn't even a real class, that's why I permitted myself to do it. It was a runway, so I didn't go there. And on this day, the day I didn't go to class, I had one call with my mentor, for whom I working as a directive assistant. Like, I call him my mentor, but he's actually my boss, and I consider him as my mentor and my associate. And so I had a call with him. We talk about perspective of. We were talking about the perspective of what we will doing the next time, like afterward, within time. And when the call ended, I sent him a vocal, and I told him, like, why don't I take a gap here? Because actually I want to be an entrepreneur for 3 years. I also want to do content creation, and also I was so sad and I was really in burnout, so I was just like, why don't I take a gap here? Like, I have nothing to lose, and at least I won't see them again. And I will be traveling, and I will just be my best, like, literally. So I just sent him the vocal when I said, like, why don't I take a gap here? And literally, guys, he told me, take this gap here, like, you have nothing to lose. And he told me word by word, I'm going to translate you in English, like, he told me, usually, you are way too smart for this, and you are wasting your time there. I wanted to cry in front of my phone, literally. And so I actually sent a mail to my school to ask how can we take a gap year, because I already had some info about this, but I didn't have all of the info. So I asked, how can I take a gap year and what do I have to do? So I have to do a motivation letter. This is really French things, and I had to do that, and I did that, and my school accepted my gap year. So I'm taking a gap year. And yet, here I am right now at the airport. And the moral of this story, even if it's just the beginning, is that if things are going wrong, it's for your highest version of yourself. Like, literally, how do you explain that two bad events land me there today? Like, really, if I am here today on this airplane and on this airport and soon on the airplane, it's only thanks to the fact that I got rejected by my group of friends, and by the fact that I also ended a 5-year relationship, and also because I had also some audacity and that I jump on opportunities for sure. But I think that without what bad happened to me lately, I wouldn't be here today, and I just wanna thank my haters, like, thank you so much, because without you I wouldn't be there today, and I'm just so happy to be there today. And yeah, I think I'm gonna end this video on this because I'm just the happiest girl ever. If you want to see what's coming next and to follow up on my adventure, or just to support me on my content creation journey, drop a follow and let's see what's going to happen next. See you guys. I love you. Bye.